Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Deonte Burden, host of Changing Lives. Just want to reach out to everybody, let everybody know, I'm here in uh, Phoenix, Arizona. We're at Tempe at the Hive for the Real Tax Business Mastermind Workshop. Man, I'm getting bombarded with so much information. I can't even stress to you enough. This is probably one of the greatest investments that, I've made in a long time. Currently I'm in this Great Pro Speakers Mastermind group. Learned a whole lot of stuff as far as even with the professional speaking industry. Like I said, I talked before. We don't talk about the uh, the actual art of speaking. What we talk, addiction and delivery and all that. We more so just that business. And this with the real tax business workshop. This man is phenomenal. Just to give a little backstory, I read this book, Millionaire Tax Business by Chancellor Hutter. He's a guy based out of Charlottesville, Virginia. And when I read this book 3 years ago, it totally changed my whole business. I would tell I own Majestic Business Services. We're a business service firm, pretty much a one-stop shop for small businesses. And our main revenue generator has always been tax season. When I read that book changed my whole perspective of my business. And ever since then, I've been a loyal follower of Chancellor Hutter and some of his practices and concepts. So this is my first mastermind group. Went on to cut that check, came out to get some information and everything. Had to get that cheap bug out of me. Like I tell a lot of time with people, Googling YouTube is free and it's good, but you're gonna get free results when you don't pay nothing for it. And once you start making, great investments in yourself, you'll get the reward from it. And I say that to say when I came out here, man, it's about 25 people in the group. And number one, the beauty of even joining mastermind groups is you got people in like situation like you. Now, pretty much there, everyone there is, probably like the same boat. All of us, everywhere from 5, 10 years in business. You have some kind of like me, over 15 years. Everybody, typically have, over 100 clients and everything. Um, Prices for tax preparations kind of like, goes on a national average anywhere from $300 to $500 on your basic return and everything like that. So everybody had kind of like was similar to that. You got people from Cali all the way. There's a family from Idaho. They're sitting next to me, real cool people. It was a mother, her son, and his wife. People from LA, from New York, Florida, all kind of stuff. Just able to bounce off ideas about different things you can do in your practice, where different bottlenecks are coming up. And what I mean by bottlenecks, things that can slow down a particular business. When you give an example is how you may have the flow of your business going a certain way and certain practices, certain things you do may cause it to slow down or get stopped. That's a bottleneck. And, those things, and that may be, just say you're the owner, you got to check everything, but you got people doing taxes, but they getting held up because you got to check this and check that, or they can't do certain things unless you're around. And what we're trying to do is just give each other strategies on how to avoid those pitfalls. And I got so much information in terms of uh, number one, having the right outlook on my business. Number two, strategizing, how to have my business. And number three, devising the implementation. Now, what they say, I'm a business coach, life coach, and I give a lot of business development. And just to show, I practice what I preach in terms of just investing in yourselves. We're talking specifically about the tax business industry because there are a lot of well, I say common practices out there that you know what you know, and that's why it's very important to be out there in a situation where you can meet other people so they can give you different kinds of game. And what Chauncey is sharing with everybody, just give a backdrop about him. He's he grew a $50,000 tax business that his father owned up to I think $4.5 million practice over a 5 year span, and it came a lot because he had more of a marketing background, and he didn't look at it in terms of actually being a person that preparing taxes and doing W-2s. He went from a perspective of how can we market and grow this business, and he with that outlook on it, instead of working, being so delved about working in the business, his whole thing was working on the business, and that opened my ears up 3 years ago, which gave me the juice to leave my job that I had been at 15 years, making nice money downtown, wearing a suit, sitting in that oak and marble every day. I read his book, man, Our Adios Amigos, and just some of the strategies he was sharing today, even based off some of those same concepts, in terms of just like how we kind of make ourselves inactive unconsciously, just doing certain things. And I was just really just listening to him speak today, because I know personally a lot of that stuff I've held myself up with. Because he asked one question I thought was real, real important. A lot of people do fall in this pitfall. He was like, you can be your own worst enemy, and he was just speaking in terms of, do you want to have 10 perfect returns or have 100 returns and 10 of them may be wrong? So you got 90 of them coming in, but 10 you can go back and fix. But, and that was a good outlet to have, but I understand the other side of it is where two of those 10 may not necessarily be a social security error or a name spell wrong. It may be some crazy stuff that, man, you can get like, hell, a couple $1,000 fine on it and everything. But it's still, even with that said, uh, the 90 returns you're doing, they're going to outweigh that fine. So you'll get that money back. Also, we talked about different things as far as pricing and marketing. Just sometimes people, and I think most people that do taxes, I can even say that with myself, they don't charge enough damn money for it. That's one of the things about it. Just being had that courage in yourself, like, look, I need to increase these prices. And typically, myself, uh, before I did that, because I probably had a hell over 100%. I know I had over 100% increase um, over a year span, and that's really because I was just doing, I was just too underpriced, and that came a lot from me having the comfort of having a decent paying job and everything. But and it's just with any business, if you are charging market prices, well, you're charging a fair price of it and everything, you don't have to worry about people losing you, because the money you're gonna make is still gonna be more than if you lose the people. So just say if you're charging, you were at one point charging $150 for a return. You said, look, I need to be at market. Let me charge $300. Even if you lose, just say half of your clients lose you, you still make the same amount of money, and plus you're doing what? You creating half of the time. So if you charging 300 for one, that same time it took you, you double that for the time perspective. If you doing 200 for 150, you ain't losing nothing. But you're making more money, less time. Come on now, it was a no brainer. But you got to have the confidence in yourself to sit here and raise your prices up, and that was one of the key things. And also just having, a lot of, and I do want to share this with everybody. A lot of the practices were, they go across the board for any business in terms of having those unique selling propositions. Why would I come to you? What makes you different? If I can go all the damn places out here, I can go to H&R Block, Jackson Hewitt, Liberty Tax, Joe and Smo and everybody. Why would I come to you? And be able to have that same hook, the who to bring in, and have folks do it. Just be able to sell. Why should that person come to you? And we went over that a lot, because I never had no problem with selling, no lack of confidence, anything like that. But you constantly try to find, that hook to get the people you want in and stuff like that. So we were just in there brainstorming that, find out the different kind of niches and everything, staying on top of the different trends. Because I service a lot of transportation, trucking companies, security firms, nursing homes, assisted living homes, and everything. And I talk about this a lot on the show, how you have a lot of transportation companies, like trucking companies. Shit, we going to this AI stuff for real. So we talking about 10 years. We talking about driverless trucks, driverless boats, driverless planes, and all that kind of stuff. And being able to have some kind of foresight to know, okay, well, if that's closing, what's coming up, and trying to just be ahead of the game as far as different trends of what's happening and everything. What will people need in the future? What you need to be abreast on. So, man, it was real cool. It was real cool. And I'm super excited I did this, and I know even tomorrow the amount of information I'm going to get is going to be a lot, just as crucial as the information I got today. And also one thing about it too, we also had a guest speaker. This guy Summers White. He's I don't know how old this guy is, but he was. I mean, he had to be in like his 80s or 90s, man. But he was sharp as a whistle and everything. But he's like this, management guru, and he was just giving so much game, how it was, just in terms of just from an operation efficiency standpoint, how to right people, manage the right people, get the optimal amount with the dollars and stuff working, how to take care of you folks, inspire them, motivate them to do the best for you. A lot of stuff, but again, that's why you go to things like this, because you kind of, you want to sharpen that saw. A lot of times people, you get comfortable. And when you get comfortable results. And when we were at one point in our lives hungry, we move like we hungry. When we start getting a little fat, shit, we kind of move a little slower. So you kind of have to get out your comfort zone and get in situations like this where you're around other people that's bounce these ideas and call you on the task. We get them hot seats to do them deep dives, and everybody got to be kind of transparent. You got to be open to somebody, saying something that you don't really like. And I seen that with a couple of people today. I personally don't care because I'm here to get some advice. Hell, I need more damn money. I want more money and everything. But I seen some folks, getting kind of defensive, like, well, we do this because they do that. Well, you got damn room full of folks taking out that shit wrong. It's about you being how receptive you're going to be to it. So I do challenge, all of you guys, just like I'm doing myself, and so I'm preaching what I preach. Try to get in a situation where you can be in a group or something like that where people can help you grow yourself and improve. So if you got meetups, mastermind groups in your area, get you a mentor, get you a coach and everything. Hey, you know me. Same thing with Majestic Business Services. Go schedule a booking appointment for business development and everything. I'm still there. But like I said, I'm just practicing what I preach. Again, hell, in every damn mastermind group I've been in, hell, we talking about over $1,000. And they got some of them, $2,000 or $3,000, and I got some I gotta, do that because at the end of the day, I pay that ticket because shit, I'm trying to get me a bigger ticket. So again, don't be hesitant about investing in yourself. I can't stress that to you enough because again, Google and YouTube is free, and that's great. But remember, free is gonna give you free results. When you want to start making that money, and that change, you gotta start investing in yourself. So again, it's Deonte Burden, host of Change Lives. Just want to touch base with you guys since I'm here out of town. I'm gonna go on the Facebook also, go live and everything. But appreciate all support. I'm trying to do a stream tomorrow if I get out of class too. Take care.